It's been an interesting week here in our garden in the UK. It's currently the middle of June, but the temperatures have been pretty low in the night time. Last night we had lows of 3 degrees, and last week we installed our irrigation system in the raised beds. We've not had to use it at all because it's been so overcast and rather cold, and it's been raining every day, including up until 5 minutes ago. I had to come out in the garden today because we have an exciting job that can't be put off for any longer. Earlier this week we had a delivery of 100 perennial flowers, and the idea of those is to be scattered randomly all over the front garden. Unfortunately, when we received them, we had to put them on a windowsill for a couple of days until we get free time that we can pot them on. And some of them look better than ours, like these. These look great. However, some of them look like they've seen better days, but hopefully with a bit of watering, they'll come back to life. And I've just said that we had a delivery of some flowers, but let's just see how many exactly. They come in these sleeves of 6. So we have 6, another 6, 6 more. I don't know if I should count these because they've taken a bit of a hit. 6 more, another 6, another 6, another 6. You get the idea. We've got more than 100. I found all these plug plants after we put the video out for the front garden, and I was asking in the comments of what we should plant in there. So targeted advertisement did its best, and I saw an advert for those online. There were 72 plugs for $9.99. They were restricted to 1 per order, so I was paying for the delivery anyway, so I've ordered another 36 for another £5. So overall we spent £17 for 106 of those plants. The only issue, if you can call it that, with those plug plants is that they came with labels, which I had the intention to keep and organize, but since then I've mixed them so many times that I have no idea what they are. So we're just going to put them on. Once they're a bit more established, we're going to put them out in the front garden, and we're going to see what they are when they flower. So I'm just going to start by filling my seedling trays. I just dropped another 2, and these popped out actually, and you can see how root bound they are. They're in desperate need to come out of these tiny little plugs. It's another one. This one's actually bone dry. I can just hear some people in the comments, but your garden is tiny, do you really need 100? Well, yeah, considering we're probably gonna lose half of them because of the lack of experience. Just gonna start by filling my trays with some potting mix, which I've done by mixing a little bit of sand, some topsoil and some compost. Just gonna try and use one of the plugs to make a hole into the compost, because that, if it works, it's going to be the perfect size. There you go, that's my dibber. That'll be the perfect size for the plug to go in. I think these CD60 trays might be a bit too small, but it's just what I have for now without using too much compost, and they really need to come out those. I just noticed that in some cells there are actually 2 plants as well, so it's even better value for money. So that is exactly 104 plug plants planted on. I'm just going to give them a good drink of water because they look like they really need it. 2 of them didn't make the cut. They look like they're past saving. I don't know how many of these are actually going to survive due to me being a bit too heavy-handed. I think they're so small and delicate, they're kind of hard to handle, I found. And the other thing is, like I said, they had to stay indoors on my windowsill for about 3 days, and they're root bound, and yeah, basically some of them, they don't look that great. That being said, even if only a third makes it, that's still over 30 plants, which is more than enough for the raised bed in our front garden. With the most important job now done, I think we can take a walk around the garden and see how the cold weather has affected the rest of the plants. Straight out of the greenhouse we have the 2 courgettes, which are huge. Joanna was saying that she's going to trim the leaves for some reason. I don't know, these are her babies, so I'm going to leave it to her. I'm very tempted to pick that overgrown courgette there, but I'll leave her to do it as well. Going to our cucumbers here. I've noticed there's a bit of browning on the leaves again. I think that's just down to the cold weather. Cucumbers don't like it below 10 degrees, and for the past week it has been below 10 every single night. These are our 2 aubergine plants or eggplants. I mean, these are just like the size of my hand compared to the one in the greenhouse, which is 4 times bigger. Again, they were planted in the same time with the one in the greenhouse, but you can see the size difference between those 3. We have our pea plants, which absolutely loving it out here. This one looks like it's ready to be picked. We've been picking peas every 2 to 3 days, and we just tend to eat them straight off the plant, to be fair, because they're so sweet. I'm going to show you what's my favorite thing currently in the garden. It's not anything to do with plants. Let's see if it works. So we have a robin that I've been trying to feed from my hand for the past 2 weeks maybe, and I used this wind chime to summon him. So I'm just going to put the camera down, see if he actually turns up. There he is. And that is currently my favorite thing about the garden. I'll leave him a few extra over here. He's not named yet, so if you have any suggestion, leave them down below. The weather's really been super weird today. I went inside to grab some more seedlings that Joanna wanted to pot on, and it's just started raining. The wind picked up for about 10 minutes straight. I come out after it stopped raining and it just feels super cold, so I've got a shirt on. The wind is just taking all the cover from my grass. I keep it covered still so the pigeons don't eat the seeds. Currently trying to grow some grass over here. I overseeded all the bald patches, so I'm just going to recover that. And like I said, Joanna's currently at work, but she wanted to put these on, so what I'm going to do is get all these filled in with some topsoil and compost, so when she comes back from work she can just pop these in there. I'm not going to do it because I know she was looking forward to doing it after work, so I'm just going to get a head start and help her as much as I can. Global warming is real, people. Stop using plastic and use copper plant labels. Buy my copper plant labels, or you can watch the video here how to make them for free. But anyway, I was just showing you around the garden right before it started raining, and I just wanted to show you this hanging basket and all the amazing color that is on it. Got all the yellow marigolds, the orange marigolds, we have purple, orange, the violet over there. Amazing, it's just popping off, all the colors popping off. And look at this, volunteer potatoes just taking over the entire garden. We have some spring onion here, which we've been picking and cooking with. The broccoli needs to come out really. I think we have something else to go in here instead. I have a feeling that some of the stuff in the trays over there is what's gonna go in the raised bed here once the broccoli is out, but I'll let Joanna deal with that for now. I'm just gonna fill those pots with soil for her for when she comes back from work. That should help with those pesky pigeons trying to eat all my seeds from the grass. And now I'm gonna immigrate to the greenhouse because it's a bit warmer than out here. On a day like this, I really can't help it but check the weather in Bulgaria. And when you see that it's like 30 plus degrees and you're like, oh, I need to go right now. But we can dream of it, we can't go just yet. Much better temperature in here. Coming into the greenhouse, I just noticed the tomatoes up here. They have the same brown spots and a bit of yellowing, just like our cucumbers outside. And again, I think that's just because of the weather. It's been a bit colder than usual, so maybe the tomato plants experienced a bit of a shock. And like I said, I've not been in the garden that much for the past week, so just going around and doing all the picking out the suckers. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, the suckers are these little side shoots that they normally grow on a 45-degree angle. So if you have your main stem and you have the leaves, the suckers are normally like shooting off on a 45-degree angle. I'll show you one over here. So over here you have the main stem, you have the leaves, and that little shoot in the middle on a 45-degree angle is a sucker, and it needs to be removed. It's not like I was complaining about the weather 2 minutes ago. The sun is out now and I'm absolutely frying. I'm telling you guys, stop using plastic and buy my copper plant labels. By the way, they're not even for sale. So I don't know how much of this you're going to be able to see, but this is exactly what I was trying to explain with the suckers a minute ago. So over here you can see how that used to be a sucker, and this is where I cut it, and this was just like a regular side branch, but for some reason it grows all the way up here, and now this is competing to be the main stem. And not only that, but there is another side shoot coming off this one, which now is competing to be a main stem as well. Weird. So I'm debating to take it all off. I'll just take the third one and have it with two main stems and see how it plays out. The annoying part is that all the tomatoes growing on here, this plant, are on this side shoot and not on the actual main one, or the one that was intended to be a main. I think I'm gonna take it all off and let the main stem do its thing. Joanna's back from work now. I'm just going to take the seed trays to her in the greenhouse because it's warmer, and we're going to leave the basil and the coriander in the seed trays for now. They can stay in there for a bit longer and then they can just go straight outside. But we're going to transplant the kohlrabi. I think some of these are Swedes and these are pak choi. There you go, I've got your present. Say hi to everyone.
Hi everyone. Thanks for doing this.
It's okay.
Getting it all ready for me.
I said we're going to keep the basil and the coriander a bit longer in the seed trays.
Yeah, and potentially these little, what were those, sprouts, but the rest of it will do that. I don't know whether Swedes are meant to be this long or they were just getting leggy in the windowsill, but it's time for it all to come out. So I'm just going to start with the spinach. You watch me plant all these. I don't know when. Oh, so windy. You watched me plant all these about a couple of weeks ago, and they all germinated really nicely. A couple of them dried out on the windowsill because I forgot to water them, but the rest survived, so hopefully they're strong plants. And it's good to like separate them out a little bit because they're just getting all a bit tangled in each other. Well, that one's a bit diddy. I don't think this is going very well.
Huh?
I don't know if it's too soon to plant these ones.
Soon.
But they're getting really, I don't know if they're leggy or they're supposed to be like this. So this was our Medania spinach, which if we put it in the shade, it might be all right through the summer. And hopefully they'll be all right in these little pots for a while.
Somebody let us know down in the comments below if these are too leggy or if they're supposed to be like this, so we don't waste our time and trying to like water them and look after them. Or do we need to start again?
I think I've got at least 100 seeds, so it's not the end of the world.
Just done a bunch of the pak choi here mixed with spinach, and then over there we have the kohlrabi mixed with a few swede, and that's as much as we're going to do now. We're going to leave some for now
Yeah,
and see how these get on.
The pak choi and the spinach are looking really strong, but these Swedes, I have a feeling, are going to be no good. What do you think? We'll see. What do you guys think?
I think we should just water these and go and pick that courgette. It's been waiting there all day.
Yes. Ah! You got me. It's peeing it down, but I really want to pick that courgette.
Let's go then.
I've been watching it grow all week and I think it's a pretty good size to pick, so let's do it.
I think it's overgrown.
Oh well. Well, I know the proper way is to twist it, but whenever I twist a courgette off the plant, I always break it, so I'm going to just cut it with the scissors. I know you're supposed to twist it. I could try twisting it, because that's how you're meant to do it.
Grab your stick and twist it!
How, just grab this like that?
And then twist.
And then twist. If I break it... Is it coming?
There you go.
Yay!
Grab his nut and
That's
twist
actually
it.
you're probably right, it's overgrown. I've heard when the flower dies, that means it's ready, but I don't know how long the flower's been dead for. So
A week.
Let's eat that later on.
It's probably full of seeds because it's so overgrown.
Oh, I've just pollinated 2 yesterday. I hope it's not going to seed.
There's one more over there.
I've pollinated that one by hand. And oh, actually that one as well. I
There's
pollinated
one over
those
there.
2 by hand. So what you do is...
And I pollinated one by hand earlier. Let's pick some peas.
Some peas.
I had a couple off the plant earlier.
Any good?
Very nice.
Very nice. Oh my gosh, it's cold.
You don't
Yeah.
have to cut them, do you?
Huh?
You can just go like this.
Wait, what are you doing?
Snap, sorry.
You're just killing the plant.
Trellis is strong.
Trellis is strong, plant not so
Plant
much.
strong. It's all good.
Plant strong, trellis strong.
I found one.
Well done.
2.
Oh!
Maybe 3, but it's kind of small.
That's okay. They should make pea pods the different colour to the plant so that you can see them easier.
GMO, purple. These over here, the old ones, stopped giving.
Are they done?
I don't know if they're done, but they're definitely not giving any more peas.
Maybe something else can go in that space.
Yeah.
I don't know what though. Nothing is ready. This is something I need to learn about, is this succession planting and knowing how long things give for and when to plant more things in their space. But we've not quite cracked it yet. Oh, there's a big one.
Oh, I sat on the dog. Hey, Ayda.
She didn't even say anything.
Ayda.
She was just like, okay. Look at that one.
Whoa.
Oh, what a whopper.
What a whopper, mate. Oh,
I thought you did something.
I did nothing. But I'm cold, I want to go inside.
Have you got any strawberries?
No.
No
I
strawberries.
picked them this morning.
Lovely. Okay, is that it? I think that's it.
Ah, I said I picked them. No, I picked it. It's
Picked
only
it.
one.
Singular.
There was only one. Hey, don't move.
All right, that'll do. Let's go inside.
Peas and courgette for dinner.
And that's it, because you haven't been to the
Oh,
shop.
do some spring onion.
Spring onion.
Go some. Go
Spring
get
onions.
some. Go get some spring onion, quick. Keep off my grass.
It's so-
Get the spring onion.
I've also picked some broccoli the other day. It's still giving.
Okay, can you get the spring onion?
Shh.
Thanks.
How many?
Couple of bunches, just for tonight.
Look, they're so cute.
Put it here.
Any more?
Yeah, same again, please.
I'm going to cut them and see what happens with those ones.
No, I'll just pull them out.
All right.
Let's go cook dinner off the land. Put the heating on in
Put the heating
middle of June.
Right, come back.
What's up?
I want to try and get these courgettes to climb because the slugs have found that. Oh no.
They're not courgettes, that's cucumbers.
Oh no, yeah, cucumbers. Cucumbers climb.
But it's raining. Right, let's fix those quickly.
String.
Where's scissors?
There.
So it turns out the slugs have found the cucumbers here, and they're not reaching the trellis quite yet. So I'm going to try and use some string to kind of lift them off the soil and hopefully get them to survive for a bit longer until they start climbing on their own. Just going to tie around the bottom of the plant, I guess.
And get it to wind round like you've done with the tomatoes.
Yeah, just a couple times, just to keep it.
Get it off the ground.
Get it off the ground.
And then the slugs might not get it as much.
I don't know, it's better than what it was.
Perfect.
I'm just gonna keep it like that. So it's off the soil and hopefully the sluggers are not gonna get it that much.
Strings on the cucumbers. Hopefully that will just keep them off the ground from getting eaten by the slugs for at least a week till maybe they grow a bit bigger if it gets any warmer. And sounds like Danny's done loads in the garden today and I've helped a tiny bit, but I think he deserves a nice warm drink and to get the heating on. So that's the jobs for this week's video. Really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please let us know and we'll see you next time.